We're going to look real briefly at simplifying expressions using the properties of real numbers. So we need to talk about what those properties are. And the first one is, so commutative property, if you look at numbers, 2 plus 3 is the same as 3 plus 2. We can change the order. So commute, when you drive to work, back and forth. Associative, who you're hanging out with. It does not matter the order we add in. So I could add 1 to 2 plus 3, or 1 plus 2 to 3, and either way I have 1 plus 5 is the same as 3 plus 3, sure enough. Same is true for multiplication. 1 times 2 times 3 is the same as 1 times 2 times 3. So I get 6 either way. Guess I like 6. Distributive property, A times B minus C is the same as A times B minus A times C, or the same thing with adding. Okay, normally PEMDAS we would, with numbers, add first, so it'd be 2 times 4 is 8, but we don't always have numbers. Sometimes we have variables, so this is a good way to illustrate it. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 1 is 2, 6 plus 2 is 8. I got the same answer both ways. But when you have variables, you have to use the distributive property. Transitive property. If A equals B, let's keep it simple, Sam, 3 equals 3, and B equals C, so 3 equals 3, then A equals C. Sure enough. Seems a little silly. Another property we run across is reflexive. Anything equals itself, yeah. And the symmetric property is real similar. If A equals B, then B equals A. The associative property tells us it doesn't matter what order we add in, so it'd be more convenient to add the 15 and 45 first. So it'd be 11 plus 60 equals 71. Just nicer for mental math. Write an equivalent expression. First using the associative, then the commutative property. Okay, so associative, I'm going to switch where the parentheses are. So 10 plus 5c plus 3c. And then I could add 10 plus 5c plus 3c is 8c. Now, I didn't really use the commutative property, so I suppose I should switch the order and have 8c plus 10. Then I commuted. But they're equivalent expressions. Yeah, it says name the property demonstrated. I see two properties. First, they switched the order. They changed it to 7x plus 14xy plus 2. So that would be the commutative property of addition. And then they took the greatest common factor was 7x and divided it out of both terms. So 7x divided by 7x is 1, plus 14 divided by 7 is 2, x divided by x is no x. So that would be a use of the distributive property. They undistributed it. I like this one better. We just get to simplify. So I'm going to distribute. 5 times 2x is 10x, 5 times 3y is 15y, and 2x minus 6y. Then I can switch my order around using the commutative property to get my like terms next to each other. Is kind of nice. And then I can just combine my like terms. So 10x plus 2x is 12x, and 15y minus 6y is 9y. That's a plus. Okay, they just left the order the same and moved where the parentheses are, so that is associative property of addition. This time they took 5 times 8 and 5 times x, so that is distributive property. Here they switch the order. They have 7 times x times 10 and then 10 times 7 times x, so that's commutative property of multiplication. This is an example of if A equals B, B equals C, then A equals C, so that is transitive property. Okay, if we first use the commutative property, that we could rewrite that as 5x plus 10x plus 7y, so I just switch the order. And then associative property, I could add my 5x plus 10x and get 15x plus 7y.